Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life.
Hello all my neglected fans, I hope that you didn't feel too lonely without me. Today is another unboxing day. We're going to start unboxing more stuff, more Gundams. This, if you haven't seen it before, is the corner where I have all my Gundams in the boxes. The brown boxes are the ones that I've sent. I have all of the Gundams that I have put together and put on the shelf. And without further ado, let's pick a box and see what's in it. First up, we have a big box. So if you guys are familiar with the big boxes that I've done in the past, you know that it is pretty expensive. This package was $57.70 to ship. I hope it was worth it. Let's see what's inside. Okay, right off the bat, I saw a little sneak preview of what's inside, and you guys are gonna like it. I have not one, but two T-Bandai Master Grade Tolgis Flugels. Now, I have a specific project in mind when it comes to these Flugels. I originally had bought 4. Why was I going to get 4? And I'm still, hopefully in the future, going to try to get 2 more. I had bad dealings with eBay in the past with someone from, I believe it was in Japan. And I bought 2 of them for over like $200 something. I forget if it was like near the $300 mark. But I do know it was over $200. And it's like they bait and switched me. They were like, oh, because of COVID, we can't do what you wanted with the shipping, so we have to charge you an extra $36. And I was like, absolutely not. You're holding my Gundam's ransom for something that you should have seen before because you knew COVID was a thing. It's a whole story, and it really sucks. But they still have my 2 Flugels, and I bought them like a year and a half ago, so I have to fight eBay, or I have to email eBay to try and fight these people in Japan to have them finally send me my Flugels. But the ticket, or it's been so long that I don't think that they can do anything, so it sucks because I had 4 of these. I originally bought 2, and then that happened with that company, and I bought 2 more. So thankfully the second person I bought them from sent them right away. It came to me within like 6 days. It was awesome. My original plan was to do the original colors, and then I was going to paint the other ones in Epion's colors, and I think that would look super cool. When I was dealing with the other company, I had 2 that I thought were on the way, and then I bought these, and they came. So I figured, well, I'll have 4, so I'll do 2 in the colors they're supposed to be, and then I would do 2 in Epion's colors, and I would just sell 1. I would sell 1 of each, right? I would keep 1 of each and I would sell 1 of each. Okay, that's cool, but 2 of them never came. So now I have to decide, do I want to do 2 both in the colors they come in and then sell 1, or do I want to do 1 the colors it comes in and 1 Epion colors? But what I think I might do is do both of the same and then sell 1. And then if I finally ever do get the other 2, I'll do my Epion project with them, and that would be cool. Let's do another one. Now, this one. This one is 8 pounds, 14 ounces, actual, dim weight, 17 pounds. $76 for this box. Every dimension is above a foot long. So folks, we got a foot long here. All right. What's inside? Ooh, this one. I'm not gonna let you see right away. It's a little tricky. Ooh. Let's see what we got. that's nice. Now, I think these, nothing is inside of these as well. Like I said, I would take them apart, put them in a box for shipping, and then put them back together. These are all just the Gundams themselves. So we have the Master Grade Barbatos. We have the Master Grade Wing Gundam Zero Custom Verka, Real Grade Sazabi, and Real Grade New Gundam. These two I bought because I just had a hankering. Bruh. I needed Sazabi. And I watched Mecha Guy Kotsu, and he said New and Sazabi were like the best real grades. So you know what? I think it was like 2021. And I said, I got a hankering for some Sazabi and New. So I got them. And now this guy, it's pretty cool. I can't wait to build it. It's going to be in my Endless Waltz series of looking like it's nighttime and they're lightly damaged. So really cool. And then this guy is really cool. I just got, for the 2023 Expo, I just got the clear body parts, the expansion pack for Barbatos. So I have a really cool paint job in mind for this guy. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be really cool. So I'm basically gonna customize it the way I want to with what armor I think looks coolest on it. It doesn't need to be show accurate because it's just gonna be a custom piece for me. And then those armor pieces are clear. So I'm gonna get kind of crazy with that. It's gonna be cool. Well, Neglected Gundam, what's next? I'll tell you. So, if you were worried or wondering, this is going to be high grades, real grades, or tall master grades in here. That's going to be the size. We'll see how many are in there, and if you ever wanted to ship, you just create a box, 5 pounds, it's going to be $32. Just so you know. Not that anyone ever needs to know that, but now you know. I can already tell this is pretty cool. I can tell I'm going to like this. This is awesome. Now, this was the 2021 Expo that I got the clear body parts for the real grades. I have the real grade Exia normal, and I built it, I panel lined it, and I top coated it, and I didn't do anything else. Really, I didn't paint it, so I just wanted to see what it would look like, a real grade. It was like my first real grade that I built. I wanted to see what it looked like panel lined and top coated. So I know this is a cool suit, but it's clear, and these are going to be really nice. When I finally do get around to doing my Master Grade Sazabi Verka, I'm going to be painting these metallic colors the same time that I'm painting the inner frame of the Sazabi. That's going to be really cool. And then I'm going to be doing all the clear body parts on top of that. It's going to look awesome. And then also, when I worked for Disney Cruise Line, that's a whole nother story in itself, my friend bought me this. And I don't know if I have any pictures of it, but I built an Arios that was heavily damaged with a candy paint job. And she unknowingly bought me this, which is awesome because if you notice, Arios on the box art is underneath here. So I have that one already done, high grade style, and it's heavily damaged with a candy coat paint job. So this one will be heavily damaged with a candy coat paint job. It's going to be pretty cool. Something's inside there. Oh, you know what that means. You know. That means... Oh, okay. These are... Oh, shoots, cuz. These are my blueprints when I worked for Disney Cruise Line. These are my blueprints for... Oh, shoots. My GM project. So I... Yep, drew the legs, and I didn't actually do anything with the legs at that point. But here, this is for, can you see that? Can you see it? That is some of my customizing ideas for GM. And I think that's the GM2. I was going to make a Gatling gun on the arm and extend the left pauldron out over over the bullet where the bullets are stored. And then this is for the Jesta. This is for the GMs. This is for the Jesta, and I'm just gonna make a cape that goes on the side. Oh yeah, and then this is, if you can see that, come on, focus. Yep, that is a really bad drawing of a GM that destroyed a Zaku custom and then incorporated some of the armor pieces into it. So I'm really excited for that. And this is the same one. I just had some different ideas of what to do. Like he's gonna have it either come out of his chest, I don't know what you'd call that, the electric thing that like electrocutes the EZ8. I don't know what you call that, the heat whip. I don't think it's a heat rod, it's like a heat whip. And I was thinking, do I do it out of the arm or do I do it out of the chest? And I thought the chest was pretty cool. And then with magnets, I'd put the sword on the back. And then I got really stupid. This idea is busted. But it is a Goof's pauldron on his head, and I thought that was really dumb. But yeah, that's just some rough draft ideas of some of the blueprints I had in mind of doing that. So it was pretty cool. I worked the overnight at that time behind the front desk, so I had a lot of hours to kill. And so I just they had like note paper, and I just drew out what I wanted. Cool. Now let's see what I have inside here. This is the Exia real grade. Looks like I have some GM stuff. So it looks like I was disassembling a lot of my GM stuff. And actually what you just saw in my blueprints, I actually have that stuff here. So I have the missile launchers I was going to put on his arm. I have the shield from the sniper that I was going to make into the Gatling gun. And this is actually the Gatling gun from... Oh, that's the Gatling gun from the Heavy Arms. And, yep, that's the Gatling gun from the Heavy Arms there. So yeah, I think I have more GM stuff in here. Yeah, I got some GM stuff in there. I think this whole thing is going to be GM stuff. Yep, all GM stuff. Okay. This one's actually pretty heavy. This one is 8 pounds 11 ounces, and it is $43. So let's see. Okay. Looks like the high grade Heavy Arms, the real grade Zagok Char Custom, and then the real grade Exia. I know the real grade Exia is not actually in there. This is going to be all of my construction manuals for everything. So once we do the magic of time lapse, we can find out what's inside all of these. Okay, that was a pretty quick one. So we have construction manual for the GM Unicorn version, GM2 Unicorn version, and that is where the blueprints that I've already shown you is going to come into play. I have the Jigen Type D. This one I've already said is going to be damaged out, and the reason I'm doing that is because they just recently came out with P Bandai Stark Jigen, and I just purchased that, so I'm waiting on that to come in the mail. So that's the one I'm going to customize. And then I have the Shazar. Now the Shazar, I'm going to customize this Jesta, and then the other one I'm going to damage out. Mainly the P Bandai ones are typically the ones that I will customize because I think that they just come with like more stuff. So it's just easier to customize on top of that instead of getting a base kit and then trying to do more on top of it. And then this is going to be just extra parts for the sniper. Like I said, this one, all these parts are going to be incorporated into the GM2 Unicorn version. And I believe this is just weaponry for the Shazar. We've got a little combat knife in there, things like that. Now the Shazar, I believe he's going to be a close quarter combat, and he's going to have things like, he's going to have blades that go with him. It's going to be really cool. Whether he gets all 4 or just 3 or 2, I don't know, we'll find out. And then just like really cool, like just combat tech guns, things like that will just be for all of the GM projects. You get things like grenades, things like that. So really cool. I really did like that, and like just a cool gun. Get some boosters for flight types, things like that. And then beam weaponry for close combat. That'll be pretty cool. And then this, I have the cape. My Shazar is going to get that. And then this is Burning, Lieutenant Burning. And he's going to be a flight type, I do know that. And then just one combat shotgun. Probably put all this stuff in my scratch building center and then just GM stuff. So, cool. Let's do the next one. Okay, so after snapping all these together, these are my high grades. 4 of them on the right are painted and almost fully done. I think Arios has a little bit more. I'm pretty happy with the way everything came out. The wing kits were undamaged. Exia came out fine. And then on the right is Strike, Ale Striker pack. And he is lightly battle damaged, whereas the Tierran is a little bit more heavily damaged and a little bit muddier on the bottom. And then, of course, Arios is the candy coat that I was talking about, and he is a little bit more heavily damaged. So I'm pretty happy with the way they came out. I do have a lot of Leos, a lot of cannon fodder, so it's going to be pretty nice to have the Wing Boys fight somebody. And also, just like iconic suits like this one, which would be Duo's girlfriend Hildy. And then like this one is Lady Un, when she piloted on the ship and knocked Troa into the sea. Got a lot of Leos. Like I said, every time I go to Hobby Lobby, I always pick up like a couple more. So I actually have 2 more that I need to build as well, so that'll give me 10 altogether. And I do like having lots of Leos because, like I said, I did get all the P Bandai expansion part sets, and so these are like all their weapons and things like that. So plus I have 3 other bags of just weapons and attachments and things like that. So it's always cool to have more Leos. I mean, they're really cheap, so it's not bad. It's pretty cool to get more and have more projects to do things with. So. Okay, these are my 2 GMs. I originally bought the one on the left, the regular GM 2.0. It was going to be for what I showed you earlier, the plans for like the Gatling gun on the arm, and the rocket launchers on the other arm, and the sword on the back. So that was originally the plans for him. However, I wanted it to be a GM2, and I realized once I made those plans, I said, oh man, they don't make those in master grades. And then I found out that P Bandai did. And so after years of me having it and just the plans in my mind, I finally found the GM2, which is on the right. And I'm super happy. I think there's different versions of it. I have the unicorn version, and I think there is, correct me if I'm wrong, a Zeta version as well. And so I'm happy with the unicorn that I have, so I'm pretty excited to do that, the modifications to his arms, and then the shoulder pauldron, like I said, and then create that new shield with the Gatling gun, so it's like the 08th MS team shield with the Gatling gun. I'm really excited to do that project. I don't know when that project is going to be. I usually work on one wing project, and then I work on one GM project, and then whatever else in between those. So it will be probably a while before I get my GM project finished and my wing project finished. But I have so many other projects that I'm excited for also. So if you made it this far in the video, I just want to thank you for just watching and enjoying. I hope that you have found enjoyment out of it. I can't wait for you to see how I grow with this channel and what I do with it, and then just me making my projects for all my Gundams that I have in mind, all the things that I want to do. So thank you. If you like it, like the button. If you want to comment on it. And if you want to subscribe for more content. It will be coming, and there will be a lot of it, as I do have a lot of projects in mind. And with that said, on to the next video. And now, after watching this one, I hope you guys don't feel that neglected. Alright. Ooh, this one. I'm not going to let you see right away. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. So, folks, we got a foot long here. Ooh. Woo! Oh, that's nice.